Hi, welcome to the Balanced Body Podcast. My name is Stacy Sims and I own Pendleton Pilates in Cincinnati, Ohio, where I'm an educator and an instructor in our studio system. And this is Rachel Apple. She's a co-educator with me and she's also an instructor. And she's 18 weeks pregnant, which we're really excited about. But I also wanted to point out that in the exercise we're doing today, she's going to be doing basically push-ups using the ball to assist with her push-ups. And at 18 weeks, she doesn't need to modify this exercise. That said, especially if you're new to Pilates and you're pregnant, just check with your physician to make sure that your physician thinks it's a good program for you. Alrighty? So, push-ups. They can be very, very challenging. We hear a lot in our studio system that people say they can't do push-ups because it hurts their shoulders, it hurts their wrists, it hurts their elbows. And it does, certainly it does, because getting in the proper alignment to really use the abdominal powerhouse to help support the weight of the body so that we're not straining the wrists and the shoulders and the elbows is a challenge. But we find using the ball can really help everyone get in the proper alignment and really feel the proper principles before taking the push-up just to the mat. Alrighty, so we're going to take a look at the alignment and the exercise. So first of all, it's a really safe piece of equipment, if you will, but anytime you're going to elevate your body away from the floor, you really need to make sure that you're not going to tumble off. And because it is unstable, we want to make sure that Rachel mounts the ball properly. So all that means is she's just going to kind of put her belly to the ball. She's going to take her hands to the floor. I suggest widening the legs because that's going to give you a little bit more of a base of the sport. And before she starts to basically move on the ball, she just wants to make sure that she feels safe and confident. Because if you start to feel unsafe, you're going to tense up and that's not going to help the practice. So once you get comfortable and familiar with the feeling of being on the ball, what we're going to have her do is she's going to basically walk her hands forward and we're going to stop her. Even though she can go further on the ball, we're going to stop her where I would suggest you start your work with your push-ups, which is basically the pelvis is almost right on top of the apex of the ball. That's going to give us a second to work on alignment. She's going to squeeze her legs together and lengthen them so they're not just kind of dead weights. They're actively supporting her. She's going to lift her abdominals. She's going to pull her navel up and in so she's nice and long in the lumbar spine. These things are super important, but the thing we're really wanting to focus on here is the alignment of her upper body. She's going to keep her palms right under her shoulders, and she's really going to use the lats, use the strength of the back body to make sure that she doesn't, go ahead and do a collapse for me. This is where you really are going to start having a lot of strain and discomfort in the shoulders, and when she collapses the weight of her body, it's probably also harder on the wrists too, correct? But by really engaging the abdominals, opening through the chest, it really takes weight off of the wrists, off of the shoulders. So once she gets in this good alignment, all she's going to do is she's going to make her body like a seesaw. She's going to pull her elbows in toward the ball, and you see how her heels, her bum, her head are all in alignment. Her abdominals have lifted. Nothing's really changed in her spinal plane. Good. She's going to inhale. She's going to use her exhale breath to push the floor away. And the thing is that Rachel's been doing this for quite a while, so she can get a lot of depth in her push-up. But if you're working at home, and this is as far as you can move and stay stable through the spine, lifting the abdominals, then that is exactly how much you should move. Let's say you do this and you're having great success. You're not feeling compromised in the shoulders or the wrists or the neck. You're lifting your abs. To make it more challenging, she can walk further out. The further away you are from the ball, the more the abdominal muscles have to work to support you so you don't fall off the ball. So let's take a look at this. She's going to inhale. The elbows stay close to the body. She's going to exhale back up. Beautiful. She's going to inhale down. She's going to exhale back up. She's going to do one more. She's going to inhale down, lengthen those legs, exhale back up. Once she's done, I'd say 3, 5, 10 tops, she's going to roll back, walking her hands back underneath her shoulders until she comes back down into a position on the ball where she might even enjoy a bit of a spine stretch forward. In order to come off the ball, she's going to go back to her knees, sit up. She's going to just make sure that as she lifts her head from the upside down position, that she takes a second to rewrite her whole frame of reference to an upright world so she doesn't get dizzy and fall down. And that was beautiful. Thank you. Thanks for stopping by. We look forward to seeing you soon.